Yeah, so let's not screw around with our build at all. Oh, the Great Chase is actually the like bonus run. I know why that was like so much harder than it should have been. I love this song. It's dumb, but I love it. Okay, so what we actually can do is I believe we can just go on to this. No, we can't go to this. We have to do the Grand Chase. Yeah, the real question is what happens when we reach the boss. Might be able to beat him. Might be able to beat him this time around. It's looking positive. Okay, we got him. And let's not sell anything that we could absolutely use here. Because I do have the tendency to accidentally just right-click, because I'm so used to right-clicking to... I seriously am so used to right-clicking to equip in, like, every game that I ever play. Okay. You're passing some equipment. Of course, that you don't have one of already. Like the earring? I haven't intentionally passed the earring, but I'm also not paying that much of attention. We're about to prestige here, so it's like, as long as I make it work, I don't know. Okay, let's see if I can just do the Great Chase a couple of times. Because it's a little bit easier. And then I'll go back to being Captain Boring after this. We might get maybe consecutive normal punches as a skill, but I think that's probably going to be the extent of it. But yeah, I haven't passed on anything intentionally yet. Those are not worth a whole lot. Oh, that's okay. I'm still really curious what would happen if I just spec'd all into defense and HP. I think we'll do that towards the end, once I have enough stat points that I can just kind of screw around a little bit. Because right now I'm not beefy enough to make the difference. That is one hell of a sword. At least for the current level. But yeah, the way to tell if it's something I don't have equipped before is there won't be a comparison at all. So if I'm like scrolling over all the items, it'll just pop up with a little preview of its own stats. It won't actually have anything next to it. Whereas everything that I already say have equipped from that slot, it will always have like something to compare. So like rings and swords and stuff like that. And so yeah, some of these, like the assassin spike, looks like it might actually be might be something new. It is not. Okay, so I'm feeling a bit better. Let's go back to Cleopatra. Totally not Cleopatra. But like my dyslexia says it's Cleopatra no matter what. I love their backgrounds in this game. Like the character art has always felt like weird. Oh, we can time travel. Cool, let's get out of this terrible build. In this universe, speed is everything. How about we try combining some attack speed this time? We have plenty of stat points. What's that? You don't like being told what to do? One day you'll thank me. I did attack speed last time, you guts. Alright, so it's actually bugged out a little bit. Anyway. I'm just gonna put it all into, into generic. Wait. Okay, there we go. I'm feeling better. Sell everything. Don't care. Hey, thank you, Jumbiz, for the 3-month free sub. Love this channel. Worth every moment spent watching. Thank you so much for dropping by, and thank you for your support. I don't know. I feel like I need to come up with a better like thing to say. This is like lie on the ground weeping. It's like your support is the most most valuable thing to me. I don't know. I need more grace. I have none. I'm not a graceful man. Instead, I'm just a beef chunk supreme, and we'll just make it work. Actually, kind of conversely, arena. Oh. So we've unlocked the next world to the left. I did. But we have a timer before it starts. Okay, so let's just turn through everything. Why did I do that? I mean, I'm getting a decent amount of EXP here. Okay. But yes, all the same, thank you so much. As well for those 200 bits. Let's see, you can fight for enhancement jewels there. Oh, that's good. Also, the other person that I should probably be thanking is thank you so much, Verisok, for the 550 bits that I missed earlier when I was getting set up. Usually what happens when I start my stream is I immediately rush off to brush my teeth. Because I figure I'll let people file in while I'm getting ready. Okay, skills. Okay, so I did that. What's this one? Higher power upon death, % chance to get up and keep fighting. We might as well put 1 point into that. That actually goes up to a pretty substantial amount, but I'd rather have flat stats for a little while. Okay, we still got a little while. Yeah, if you notice, we're just churning through things so much faster just because we spec'd into the actually useful stats as opposed to the B-lister garbage. Like, I seriously, with this just basic build, could probably clear all the way up to maybe the end of this planet, if not more. Kind of varies. It is really a bit of a shame that the stat differentials are so skewed in favor of just HP and strength. Guess I should probably plonk some of these things on. Tell all fusion ready. I had a lot of stat points though, I was just sitting around there. Whoops! Let's see. Any of these better? We lose a little bit of HP for this, but that's okay. I have got plenty. See, defense seems good too. Maybe I'd like to try it at some point, but honestly, just speccing purely into attack and damage seems like fine. Okay, so we didn't have a ring. That's a better necklace anyway. That's a better everything. The real question would be, how much does defense scale? Because if you notice, like, every time I'm putting a point into attack, I'm gaining, like, 700 damage. Like, it is no joke stupidly overpowered. Let's probably go for higher power. We've got 40 seconds left before the arena pops up. So, yeah. I wasn't exactly the greatest at we're just gonna go quick here. I wasn't exactly the greatest at speed, but we can actually get pretty dang far. Probably without having to worry about equipment. We'll have to try a naked run and see how far I can go. Yeah, it's a little sad the additional stats get covered by items and not stat points. I would almost wish that they actually got rid of the stat scaling entirely. Like, you don't get the ability to put any stat points into anything. And instead it's all just like... See, is that better? Yeah, sure. And like all of your immediate stat growth is based on whatever equipment you've like picked out and stuff. And then maybe, let's see. Okay, I can go to the arena now. Let's see, do I want these? No. Not overwhelmingly. They're not great. I've been scaling faster than the fusion. Because, yeah, most of this stuff is outdated. But, like, I don't know. It'd be kind of nice if there's, like, a Path of Exile style, like, skill tree with all these passives strewn about and some other things. Anyway, let's go check out the arena. I'm probably going to get wrecked, but you never know. Strongest in the galaxy. Sup, dude? Yep, okay. The defense does scale up. It's not a flat rate. You're right. Yeah. I just, like, I don't think I want to... So, I guess here's the thing. HP has... Like, the more HP you have, the more you heal because of the life recovery percentage. If that was a flat amount, then you'd want to go defense. But because it's a percentage, you generally don't. Ooh. I should have been paying some attention to these things. Not that it matters too much. Fusion ready, more skill points. But like as it stands, it's just not worth it to spec into defense comparatively. That's my issue. Because you effectively get two skills that scale your HP. One increases the amount of HP you get, and the other increases the amount you heal based off of that. And like, yeah, I guess you could scale into defense a fair bit and it might work. But it seems better to just go pure into HP, and then probably just raw damage, because the weapons do scale a whole bunch of damage, but later on you get weapons that actually increase your attack by a percentage as well. And because it does the exponential scale, you can more or less just like... pure HP through everything and just not care. Now, admittedly, a lot of this is entirely based on my perspective from having beaten Great Hero's Beard. They might have changed it a little bit. It's definitely better than it was, but the formula hasn't changed so substantially that I feel like I need to change what I'm doing too much. And the rest of this is probably bad. Also, just doesn't matter. Like, we're not having trouble, so I don't have to worry too much about building myself. Oh, right, I was putting some into Yin as well. Oh, well. It's a little bit of a shame that I barely get to even see any of these guys, but they mostly look like they're the same dude, just wearing slightly different equipment. This is very close to the new endgame of Hero's Beard. Okay. Yeah, I never actually got to sit down and play the endgame from Great Hero's Beard. It looked fun, but I don't have time to always go back to games, and so it was just like, you could go back to this. I'm putting that on even with the defense reduction. Same thing with that. Might as well go for the extra attack speed if I can. This, on the other hand, is just sad. I'll just scale those up. Is my attack like 20,000? It is. Oh boy. Admittedly, they're smacking me around pretty hard. Yeah, okay, so we've hit our limit, but I think that's entirely because I have no defense whatsoever. Because I sacked it all for attack speed. I don't know if I'm going to change my ways here. I probably should. But I'm not. We'll find better stuff as we go along. Let's see. Did I get more? Yeah, I did. Alright, on we go. But yeah, defense is still needed. Never! You'll never force me to get defensive here. I'll just keep getting back up and fighting. Oh. It worked for a while. Okay, fine. I'll increase my defense. That's a fair chunk. That's worth it. But yeah, it looks like if defense hits kind of like a certain value, you're fine. Okay, let's just sell the rest of these. I've really been going for an hour already. Damn. Certainly doesn't feel like it. Okay, this is all Bupkis, and that more or less just increased my defense by about 10 times. So that should work. Yeah, if it forced me to choose between 3 stats, I almost kind of wish the game was balanced around that, now that I'm thinking about it. Because as it stands, I don't really want to deviate too much. I could, but it would really heavily reduce my... Yeah, just getting that extra defense from gear was all that I needed. But if I kind of, maybe if it was like 2.5 times. Because like a couple of stat points into attack speed wouldn't be a terrible idea at this point. Because you can get about 40% attack speed with levels. But then again, you can get 40% attack speed with one item, so, it's just all of these. It's more or less in the exact same classification that I'm currently at. This better? One of these might be. That one looks better. Yeah, that one's better. Okay. Emetera. Yeah, seriously, these backgrounds are really nice looking. I would love to play a game where you actually got to see, like, more of the background art used, as opposed to just being background art. Like, I guess an easy example, maybe not exactly as where the background art was useful at all, but, like, I'm always a big fan of how everything looked in Hollow Knight. You know, that was such a beautiful game. And such a well-made game. And I remember at certain points in the game, yeah, I just straight up wander around looking at the backgrounds. Nothing more. I didn't need to. And it was very satisfying to look at. That is a bit of a jump in equipment. I guess that's the point, though. You're supposed to farm in the previous levels to actually catch yourself back up. And we get a bunch of these things. It increased my attack by like 10%, but I don't think I really need that. I am really chunky. Oh, I don't have any skill points. I got stat points. Wow, I look ridiculous. Alright, arena time. Let's give this a go. Alright, well, at least I can beat this guy up. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit so we can vaguely see who this guy is. The problem is, Ghost Buddy just kind of sits on top of it. Now, this guy looks like a Ryu stand-in. Okay, well, what I could do is start buffing my equipment. I guess it's too late to do the arena, but I might as well buff up my equipment while we're here. Max it up. Bammo! Yeah, the first guy definitely looked like a DBZ character. Wow, that gets expensive. I guess if I manually did it, I'd probably get a little bit further. Well, whatever. I love it how my base underwear is actually, like, a little bit more chaste than some of these. Okay, so we want to go... Oh. We could actually go there. Did we not finish this? No, we never finished the Giant Diptera. Whee! Yeah, manual takes the same amount. No. Sorry, the point I'm trying to make is, like, going to max isn't as effective as spreading the crystals around a little bit. So if I only get if I get everything up to +3, it's not as wasteful. And this, well, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if the stat increase is that worth it. Okay, let's bring us back up to time 6 speed. We just gotta go fast. We gotta punch fast. That's how it works. Boss shows up, I might take a look at it. Okay, there we go. Well, that was Cell. Holy shit, he kicked my ass. I actually have more attack power than HP at this point. I don't think I ever got to that point in, I don't think I ever got to that point in Great Hero's Beard. I think my HP was always ridiculous. I could one-shot me. Which amuses me to no end, honestly. Okay, so these actually are considerably better. Oh, he sensed a strong presence there. Got it. Well, let's go through this, and I'll turn it back down when we hit wave 15. Because all these gooners aren't much of a problem. But I want to see Cell. Okay, there we go. Bam. Yep, that is 100% Cell, and holy shit, he hurts. Well, we just got a time warp, so let's just turn all that in. Fusion ready, I don't think really does me any good. But that's okay, because we're bailing and coming back later anyway. We're 89 levels. Okay, so what's this one? Crushing Spirit. Chiron shields you, reducing all incoming damage for 12 seconds. Oh. And chance to restore 20% of HP per kill. That's... I mean, that's not exactly that useful against overly perfect Cell. I like that term for him. Overly perfect Cell. Okay. And... well... do we try a bad build? I could try a really bad build. Let's try a really bad build. I believe in me. And if it turns out that this is a really bad idea, we'll see it. We'll see how it goes. It'd be interesting if you could time warp prematurely, but you wouldn't get the rewards. That'd be kind of nice. Okay, so let's just make this faster. Okay, so I got some skill points. And we might as well start raising that. So... we want anything that raises my attack speed and, like, HP. Because I straight up don't have any of those. But yeah, let's try attack and defense for now. The problem is I've got like 20 points in defense and it's netted me not a whole lot. Like, it's scaling up, but it's scaling up really slowly. And I might have to sunk cost this one a little bit. But like, that's rough. I mean, luckily nothing does damage to me, but eventually it's going to scale past that. And that might be rough. Because, yeah, it's up to 10 now. It might be okay. We'll see. I'm just going to pump my defense even higher. Oh, I could have actually gotten Chiron on the field. Whoops. Whatever. I'm a little disappointed you can't actually choose your character in this one. It'd be pretty funny to be overly perfect Cell as just kind of a goof. Okay, we don't have any necklaces yet. Maybe it's starting to scale a little bit faster. I don't know, we'll see. Keep pumping those. Because yeah, as long as I keep pumping damage, I'm more or less going to be able to just, like, murder brawl through everything. The real question is just... yeah, so this is the part where it starts to drop off a little. And the problem is, because of the exponential scaling, if I started putting points into HP now, it would barely help. So I'm kind of committed. For better or mostly for worse. I'm gonna put those points into Life Force. But yeah, we might just have to head punch our way through some of this to actually... ooh. I have my... let's see. I have my GoPro hanging next to me, and I'm pretty sure it'd be fine if I accidentally knocked it off my table. But I really don't want to do that. So, yeah. was just like feeling a cord brushing up against my foot, and I'm like, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Okay, the rest of this is useless. Okay, 1 and 7. Let's see, isn't this basically DBZ? Pretty much, yeah. I'm not gonna deny that at all. I mean, it's DBZ, the incremental game. Which, like, I'm actually kind of shocked that I've never seen this before. Because, like, you really think DBZ, the incremental game, would actually be, like, a hit. But I guess there's not a whole lot of DBZ games anyway. I remember when I was a kid, there was a couple of Game Boy Advance DBZ games that looked really cool. And I wanted them so bad. I've never actually gotten the chance to play them either, which is unfortunate. Because they looked fun, whatever they were. Okay, so base impressions are, it actually is working. It actually seems to be working just about as well as going full HP. I'm curious how it's going to scale. Because, yeah, just going all in on attack and defense might be okay, at least until we run into something, something punchy. I guess let's start raising our... those passive stat bonuses are just so good. I mean, 33% defense, HP and Chi. Admittedly, the Chi bonuses are kind of crap, but... that's okay. I guess the other reason why I'm probably doing fine is I'm probably just, like, wildly overleveled for this area, so it's not, like, causing me a whole lot of issues. Okay, I'm just gonna go a little bit faster. There's an awesome Half-Life mod for DBZ. Really? What would you even do? Like, I will admit, DBZ really probably does belong as a fighting game always, just because of the source material. It'd be interesting to play like a DBZ spectacle fighter or something like that. Like, I bet there'd be a decent market for some games like that. Let's see. That's better. That's considerably better. It's all... yeah, it's not biting me in the butt yet. The real question is, are we going to be able to just, like, punch our way straight past overly perfect cell or not? The answer is, I have no idea. I think I fusioned too many things at once. It's freaking out a bit here. Let's see. When is the next Risk of Rain stream? I honestly don't know. I'm getting a little bit bored of the game. Yeah, actually, looking at it now, my HP, even without putting any points into it, is admittedly overshadowed by my attack, but it's not bad. Yeah, I might play more of it. Part of it is also, like, it's drying up a little bit on the YouTube side of things. Like, honestly, any game that gets past, like, 40 episodes is usually either on life support or hopefully near the end. And, yeah, so at this point, I might go back. I might not. I don't know. I might just kind of put it up to a vote occasionally, or, yeah, bring back the roguelike roulette or something like that. But, yeah, the main problem is just the mechanics in Risk of Rain 2 haven't scaled. Well, they haven't scaled. They haven't improved or changed at all. So, honestly, the longer I wait, the better it is going to be for the game anyway. Whereas, like, we have a whole bunch of new roguelikes. Like, let's see, Relic Hunter 0, which just had a Risk of Rain style update lately that seems kind of cool. Let's see. But yeah, it's mainly just like, I don't know, I can't stick to one game for that long. It just makes me uncomfortable too. Because I love trying new things. That's part of the reason why, like, I started with this today, even though this game's maybe kind of butt garbage for Twitch. I have no idea. I remember streaming Great Heroes Beard and being shocked at how much people were into it. And I'm enjoying this one, I think the magic wore off a little bit just because it hasn't changed too much since the original. It's better, but it's not like... It's not so much of a game changer that I feel... Let's see. It's not so much of a game changer that I feel like I need to play this one over that one. But at the same time, it's fairly short, I think. We'll see. Oh, I could go to the arena now. I don't really know if I want to, though. I don't actually know if those were useful. Do I ever play Warframe again? Should check my YouTube channel. I've actually been playing Warframe. I don't stream it, though. It never, ever does well on stream. From my experience, with the exception of, like... I think when Fortuna dropped, it was kind of okay. But, actually, yeah, that's an interesting point. In Great Hero's Beard, you actually did grow a beard as kind of a fun progression system. I wish this had that. I actually got wrecked there. Let's increase my defense. And my HP considerably. Do I want that? Probably. Ooh. That's a big bonus. That's a bigger bonus. Now, we might want to take a slight damage hit for like 10% attack speed. Because that would be worth it. Better. Not. Okay. Sold a lot of those. Fusion ready. Stat points. And I've still got 25 levels. Oof. We're going to be here for a while. I better hope this build actually pays out. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Let's see. Do I want to... No. 15% crit might have actually been a good idea there. It's hard to weigh these things. Okay, there we go. That was also part to Fortuna being hyped. Yeah. But yeah, so I've been playing Warframe specifically on Saturday mornings, because that's when people are around. As like summer opens up, I might play it a little bit more as like, you know, as people are more available. But it, like, I'm pretty sure most people aren't around to play Warframe with me at like 8 in the morning on a weekday. I'm assuming most normal people have like a reasonable work schedule or school or something. Not everybody can be an unemployed internet. Well, I guess I am technically employed, but not everybody can just be like a stay-at-home internet hermit playing video games as much as he wants whenever he wants. And they're going out for martinis just because. Not martinis. Was it martinis? No, margaritas. There we go. That was the one. To go back to that, though, going out for margaritas yesterday was a lot of fun. I don't get to do a whole lot of social stuff, and so it was really nice to be able to, yeah, go out and chat with people for a while and talk about things. Admittedly, it's like a lot of us just, like, moaning about lives and just like, oh no, this kombucha is weird as shit. I don't like kombucha. It is not my thing. Hello. Let's go for that extra 4,000 HP. That probably makes a difference. Probably want to go for one of these like weird nutsy orb things. Probably the one that buffs my max HP. I think I'm gonna go back to max HP for the next one. Do we go? Yeah, I could go with that. I'm not using chi for much. Sell all of those. Do I do... Let's max that out first, and then I'll figure out what I want to do with the rest. Let's see, am I hungover? Nah. I only had one margarita, and then I was just like, man, I really do not like the taste of margaritas in the slightest. Let's see. But yeah, so I didn't drink too much. No, if I sound a little, like, out of it, it's actually because I'm tired. I've told this story like a billion times at this point. But we've got dogs in the area. Our neighborhood is really densely packed together. And so, a lot of people around here have dogs. The problem is they have dogs that like aren't properly trained, and so people really like to get up in the morning, especially on a weekday, and then just be like, well, I'm going to work. Kick the dog out to the backyard. Just let it be out there for the next however long. And honestly, I got nothing against dog owners putting their dogs outside. I have everything against dog owners putting their dogs outside and not training their dogs to behave while they're out there. So we've had several neighbors put out their dogs and just let them howl for hours on end. And so we finally managed to get one of the dogs to stop barking so much, because it was barking always. Like, I'm no joke, it was non-stop barking for the whole day. And then we also got the other dog that was howling non-stop to stop howling non-stop. And now it's a new dog that's barking, but it only barked for like half an hour, starting at 6 a.m. and going to like 6:30, 6:40 or something like that. And it sucked. So, I'm sleepy. Because more or less I was like, well, it's going to keep barking, I'm going to get up. And then I went off to take a shower, and then it stopped barking, and I was just like, well, at this point, I'm just awake. I guess I'm just going to be awake. Ooh, 32% attack speed. That might be worth it. Do I take the slight defense hit? No. No, I'm gonna just commit. We'll see how it goes. It doesn't feel like scaling defense is worth it, though. I'm still only gaining about 30 points. Which is rough. Let's see. Go last battle. We'll see it next time around that I level up. Next time around, I'm gonna see how much my defense value goes up when I put a point into it versus how much attack goes up when I put a point into it. Because, like you said, Acme Boy, defense does scale as you go. I just sincerely don't believe it scales that much. Okay, so I gained 50. 50 defense isn't terrible compared to, I think that was 3,000 attack. Probably focus on higher power, at least for now. It was close, and we're doing well, but I think scaling HP worked better. At least until we run into Cell, and even then I think perfect Cell scales too much more. Do we do crit power? Nah. Most of these aren't that good. I guess what I could do is actually... I could enhance, but I don't think I really want to. Yeah, that was 51. Probably do that one. Slightly less. Yeah, that's good.